today's match is going to be really important from India's perspective, but also from Australia's perspective as well, because Australia, they've had a few injuries. In the first match, Glenn Maxwell didn't play and Stark didn't play either, Mitchell Stark. And Travis Head is out at the moment with a broken hand, and he's been playing really well. Even in Test matches, Travis Head has been scoring really well. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, out. Yeah, so they also really need to fine tune and settle their team. I'm assuming Mitchell Stark, if fit, will play today, and Maxwell is a possibility as well. So it's quite interesting. Like both teams are still they're at different stages of their finalizing their team, and Australia, like,
Yeah.
I feel like they really need to sort of get things together as well, like, fairly soon.
Well, we'll move into I guess the preview of today's game, the second ODI indoor, India Australia. So yeah, I mean you've talked about how like the probable 11s of both teams. I mean I still see this is I guess the last chance for India to really experiment before all the big guns come back for the third match. Indore is a stadium that's known for a lot of runs because of its small boundaries. So last time I think we played here, we made 385, which is big. But I mean, on the other hand, Australia, I mean, Mitchell Marsh, Cameron Green, if these guys go, man, this could be a really big score. And Australia, playing that series against South Africa, there's some big scores in that one too. So, bowlers, watch the fuck out.
Yeah, well,
Right?
interestingly, like, I mean, who are they going to select, right? In the first game, Mohammad Shami, of course, he bowled well. In the first spell, though,
Yeah.
it was that hot in Mohali. I think Mohammad Shami, after his couple of overs, he put his hand up and says, "I gotta go, I gotta go get a drink or have a break." Like he was buggered, right? And because they are testing the strength, they might play. They might play. Mohammad Siraj, or they might continue with Thakur as well in this game. It'll be interesting who they play, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give Taco, I guess, a chance to come back from that. It's not the place to come back for him though, with the small boundaries and the big runs, but and the flat deck. But yeah, we can see Washington Sundar also can play on as well. Siraj. So yeah, I mean, let's get a little bit more experimenting. I guess the last bit of experimenting before the third ODI, and then I guess our World Cup warm ups. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I guess, more of a test of the batting. I'd like to see how Shubman plays on this pitch because that would be interesting. It's supposed to be flat, so big score over 350, I believe.
A few people criticised Australia's intensity in the last match,
Yeah.
and I mean, a lot of them are saying that they're not really taking it seriously because it is just before the World Cup and it is technically a warm up. It's not really a warm up, but they're using it as a warm up. That they're not taking
Yeah.
things seriously, but I got to say, like I was saying earlier, they really need to consolidate their team. They've got in their squad, they've got Pat Cummins, Nathan Ellis, Josh Hazelwood. Like these are all really good bowlers. Like Mitchell Stark. I was surprised they didn't play Tanveer Sangha. I feel like they might play Sangha today because I think he's a young bowler who they will use definitely in the World Cup. They played Adam Zampa, but I feel like Tanveer Sangha might get a look in today. Even the batting,
Yeah.
Glenn Maxwell is there. Like he hasn't played a lot of cricket, but he's there.
So I think I think they're saving him for the opening game of the World Cup as a mystery, right? Same way, why Kuldeep is not playing in this match is because I believe Rohit wants to. I think he said this publicly. He wants to save him for the World Cup because the way Kuldeep is bowling, it is pretty much unplayable. I believe at the moment.
Yeah,
and with the extra pace and like more accuracy, like I think they're saving these mystery spinners for the actual World Cup because, man, that's gonna be crucial. The way both teams play, right? The way we played, Tanveer Sangha got what did he get 4 wickets in one of those games against South Africa. So I think they know what they have there in Australia. But I mean, it would be the best course of action to definitely keep him a mystery.
Yeah, and in that game as well, like you were talking about, like he was a surprise to South Africa. Um, I think that factor got him those wickets as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting if they play him or not. But I feel like you've got to get some more match practice into these players before the World Cup starts. That's that's what they can't do it all of it in the nets. So I feel like they might play him. They might play him in this match or the third match.
Yeah.